And there we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to some farming sim. Ah, harvest is upon us. Harvest is very much upon us. We have quite a bit of harvesting to do today. Hopefully, going to get through it all, but we'll have to see. The reason I'm hoping we're going to get it all, but the reason I'm hoping that we're going to get through it all. That's the sentence I was going for. Is because we have pretty much everything we need to get all of our productions up and running. That's a good thing. That is a good thing. So, last time, did a lot of field prep, a lot of planting. We got all these fields ready to go. We bought a load more fields. I did go on a kind of a spending spree. I think we bought 1551, we bought 49, and we bought 86. So, all of these fields we bought, I believe. I believe we bought all of those last time. We certainly bought 3 of them. May have just been these 3 here, but I think we also bought this one as well. Can't actually remember now. But in addition to that, we also got them all planted. Or we got most of it planted. And then I went through and just finished it off, finished all the planting, got it all sorted out. And I also went round the various fields, and as you can see, just here, all my stats are now perfect. So I limed, I fertilized, I did everything I needed to get these fields up to maximum profitability, shall we say. And yeah, our environmental score is on the increase, which is good. Won't probably check to full until we've actually done a harvest on some of these fields, because some of them are obviously some of them are quite new, and yeah, they're quite low. Like this one here, 46. It's not that great. It's kind of been propped up by our main farm field here at 86. But yeah, hopefully after we've harvested these fields once, those scores will increase. Yeah. So the first thing we've got is we've got our canola harvest. We need that to make the oil so that we can start the potato chips once the potatoes harvest. Now, let's see here. Yeah, so we need to get this going so that we can then get this going once we have the potatoes in from the harvest. That's going to be a big harvest. But in addition to that, we also have the preserved food factory, and I'm thinking I might buy the soup factory. We've done a lot of preserved foods. I'm kind of interested to try out the soup factory, but no, not that one, not that one, this one. But I think it is reasonably expensive. Soup factory. It's not quite as bad as I was expecting. 135,000. So maybe we could actually possibly even pop that down here, but it'll probably go over here in a gap somewhere. Not sure where, maybe like here or something. That's overlapping. That's slightly annoying because this is a bit of a wasted space at the moment if we can't find a spot for that. Ooh, there was a spot popped up there. There. Would rather it be slightly more off to the side, maybe over here somewhere, something like that. But ooh, hey, we could actually put it straight there, but that's probably not the best place either. But that's for later on. Might have to do a little bit of landscaping, might not. Then again, we might just buy the one that's on the map. it'd be nice to have everything together, but I think it's just there. Yeah. So the soup factory is down here. So it's not that far. It's not ideal, but it's not that far. So we could possibly buy the ones already on the map and then not have to worry. But like I said, it would be nice to have it over with our rest of our productions over here. So what I do need to do, though, is actually get the canola harvest started, because we only have this small guy, and we do have 2 fields to harvest. I want to get a bigger harvester, but I'm kind of saving up for the root harvester, which we're going to need next month once we progress. So I really don't want to spend too much money until we sell our current lot of products. Now, I think we ended last week with about 50,000-ish. It wasn't that much, shall we say, and we now have 350. So that's not bad. That was made purely by selling the tomatoes from the greenhouses. Now, as you'll see, none of these greenhouses have any products outside them at the moment, and that's because they have all been processed, ready for selling. If you were on the Discord last weekend, something like that, you may have noticed that I put up a little image, a little teaser of something to come. Actually, let's just pop this guy on a worker for now. He should go about his handsome way there. But we do have... Hey, babe, nice to see ya. We have our train here. We have the Strawberry Express. And, yeah, as you can see... Can I actually... Is it possible to get up on top of the train at all? Ooh, it is. Nice. Can I take a running jump? So we have a lot of strawberries. Oh. Back up here. Oh, no, not quite. We have another cargo full of strawberries. We then have lettuce, plenty, and we have a lot, and I mean a lot, of preserved foods. This was pretty much everything I could muster from the productions, and the reason I had to sell the tomatoes first is because I had so many strawberries, wouldn't all fit in one. Do they have a Thomas the Tank Engine mod? Not that I know of. That would be... I think the trains are kind of programmed into the base map, so I don't actually know if it's possible to mod the trains at all. But yeah, as you can see, we do have rather a lot of things here, and I'm hoping that this is going to give us more than enough money to close these up for now. That one. Keep those strawberries nice and fresh. But yeah, I'm hoping that this is going to give us enough money to buy our beet harvester, or our just root crop in general harvester. So that's the plan. I have absolutely no idea how much this is going to make, but it is going to be a lot. Here we go. And oh my lord, they go everywhere. They wouldn't all... That one go. So, that was rather a lot. So, right, how much actually was that? That was 834,570 euros worth of stuff. We have over 1 million. Um, I think we can buy a harvester. just slightly, just slightly. We're even going to be able to buy the one that I really want as well, which is this beastie boy right here, Tiger 6. So let's spend half of our money. Woo! And we're good. Right, and then combinations, we need this as well, so we'll buy that. Excellent. Not going to bother with a header trailer. It's unnecessary. But I think we could possibly look at maybe getting a new harvester to replace this one as well. But let's bring our beet harvester over to the fields, ready for the following month, because this guy is going to have to do a lot of work. Push that around slightly so we can connect it. Ah, marvellous. It's a nice sized header as well. Plonk this guy down near the wheat fields, which is just over here. Then we've just got to finish off this canola harvest. I think it is definitely going to be worthwhile getting another harvester, whether that be... So cool. I love it. Absolutely love it. Yeah, the harvester we've got at the moment is just teeny tiny. I want a bigger one, but I don't want to have to spend all of our money. So maybe getting a medium one. How big's the header on this one? 8.5, 7.5. Really worth it, is it? That's 10.8 for that guy. You're better off just actually going for a bigger harvester, aren't you? What does this one have again? 13.7. That might actually be the best one to go for, but we don't quite have enough money for that yet. Yeah, that roper actually cost a lot more than what I was anticipating there. But, you know, we've still got a large amount of money, shall we say. That's not actually doing too bad. It's actually pushing through this canola harvest pretty promptly. Okay, we'll leave the harvester for now. But what I do need to do is out where I put this guy. Here we go. Nice. So I replaced the trailer as well, guys, with a different one, just to aid in transportation, because I was using the green trailer there to gather up all of the pallets from the greenhouses and put them into the silo here, and then I was using the previous trailer that we had to transport the materials from the silo over to the train station where it could be sold, loaded into the train and all that. And I quickly found that I was generating so much. Like the strawberries on their own, I think we ended up with about 120,000 litres of strawberries or something, and it was taking and that figure was kind of similar for the other ones. Not quite as high. Obviously, strawberries are the biggest yielding, but it was still a lot. And so I actually went and I bought this trailer, which is from, where are we now? It's from the TARDIS pack, and this has a capacity of 200,000 liters. So I gave it a more appropriate paint job. Gave it a nice Lynx blue, and I sold the other one. I know it's a little bit off, but like with the water tank, it just saves time carting. You know, that's literally the only reason. Which gives me more time to do interesting things. If I'm making 6 different trips down to the station and back, you're all going to get bored of that pretty quickly. So yeah, that's why we have this trailer. It's simply for convenience, and with the root harvest coming up, I'm actually quite glad I have it, because I just know we're going to be dealing with hundreds of thousands of litres of root vegetables between first of all, these 3 fields that you see over here with the different crops in it, and then with the potato field. This potato field is actually ginormous. You know, it's like, you'd look at that, any other crop, you'd think, that's nothing. Potatoes, oh boy, we're going to end up with a lot of potatoes from this. So, kind of excited to see how much we're going to actually get. Just turn the time up a little bit there. I always turn it down to 0.5 whilst I'm between episodes, so that I can keep a better tab on how things are going. I don't like to keep it at 0.5. It's too slow. Alright, Harvester. You said you were nearly full. You're actually nearly full now. Okay. You're almost full. Yep, there we are. Marvellous. Okay, so might actually take this first load of canola straight over to the factory and get it processing into oil straight away, because the sooner that factory has something in it, the sooner we can start producing things. Yep. But yeah, just in case you were wondering, guys, I won't be doing any more massive fruit sales like I just did with the train, because that takes forever. As you can see, I've set them all to selling here. So these are just going to sell each month all the products they produce. So that's basically going to up our kind of monthly income. And I know it kind of reduces the maximum amount that we can get, but I think just saving the time on having to process them all, because we have a lot of greenhouses now, and processing all that fruit is a job in itself. That's a full-time job right there. Anyway, let's go and deposit our first bit of canola in our brand spanking new factory over here. Bit of a divot in the ground there. Yeah, look at that. It's a bit uneven. If I can fix that. Let's just move this guy out of the way for now. We've also got to remove that tree, because that tree is going to get right in the way, isn't it, now? It's just going to be not good. Right. Let's see what we can do with a little landscaping here, just whilst we're waiting for the harvester. That strength there, and just try and level that out there. Sure, I can do anything else with this. No. Okay. That's better. That's better. I want to remove this tree. Stomp. Pop this tree over here for now, whilst we... That's going to go into our sawmill eventually, guys. These two trees as well, so that I can actually get to the road. Canola harvester has finished their work. Better? Right. Okay, to the next field, which is over there. Da, da, da. 20% from that field. That's not bad. Not bad. That's yielded about 10,000 litres. I think our crisp production is definitely going to get throttled by our oil amounts, because I know we don't need as much oil as we do potatoes, but we're still going to need a fair chunk of it. So we'll just have to wait and see how we do there. But this field over here is bigger than that field, so let's just see how we go. And again, I came over and fertilized and lined all of this, so it should be perfect. Just whilst we're over here, just finish off this little bit of landscaping whilst that's doing, and then we'll take the truck over to unload. Come here, you. Trees. There we go. Harvesting canola. At the moment, anyway. Harvesting canola at the moment. For the oil plant here. Actually, speaking of, we need to turn that production on. And boom. There we go. So that should now distribute automatically to here. Nice. Okay. Let's just try another little bit of landscaping. Pull that out a little bit more. Canola, I believe in the UK it's referred to as rapeseed. It's those fields of yellow, basically. And it's a... I'm not quite sure if it's... quite sure what kind of plant it is, actually. But yeah, it's commonly known as rapeseed oil over here, I believe, canola oil. Yeah, it's basically just a vegetable or a kind of... Oh, yeah, totally, you know, rapeseed oil. Yeah, it's like, that's a great name for it. just down here next to the speedo. There's a little icon next to the gauge that's filling up with the 3 little yellow flowers on it. That's what it looks like. This is what happens to it once it actually becomes ready to harvest. But it's usually got a little yellow flower on it. Don't think so right now. We're just kind of waiting for this to harvest, and then we can get the next 3 fields going. It's the mustard and cabbage family. Interesting. I did wonder what kind of crop rapeseed was, because it's not like a grain like barley and oats and such like, but it's not a root crop, and it's not a lot of other things. But actually, the mustard and cabbage family, that does actually make a lot of sense. Yeah, that does make a lot of sense. Also, nice to see you, Bart. Follow this guy down to the end of the field. We can unload as we come back. Lurking until dinner. Aha. Marvellous. What you having, Bart? Mustard cabbage family are a proud family. Indeed they are. Can't say I'm a fan of cabbage. Can't say I'm a fan of cabbage, but I do like a bit of mustard. Oh, Bart, you're making me hungry. Pulled chicken with rice and sweet and sour veggies. Yeah. I had a packet of crisps and a little bit of cheese earlier. That was, well, that wasn't dinner. That was more a snack. I've still got to have my dinner. Probably do that after the stream, but I honestly don't know what I'm going to have tonight. Haven't got a clue. Hey, Groot, nice to see you. How's it going? Right. Let's saddle up. Sidle up beside this guy and get this loaded as we go. A bit further ahead. Fantastic. Going about 12. There we go. Marvellous. That's better. Right. Come on now, catch up. Aha. Okay. He's empty. At least for now. So we'll just stop there. Wait for him to finish off. Which one of these is Optimus Prime? None of them, thankfully. I don't want no explosions on my farm. Although this guy is very kind of Bumblebee, isn't it? This is going to be good. Come on, Harvest. Come on, Root Harvest. Get yourself sorted. It's going good. Me, I'm doing alright, Groot. I was incredibly tired earlier today. Work decided to change one of my shifts so that I'm supposed to be working like 8:30 to 4:30 this week, and they decided that they needed my help over at a different station today, so they changed me to the 6:30 start. Oh man, that was bad. That was... I did not have a good day. I was just exhausted for the entire time that I was at work. But these things happen. These things happen, you know. Cultivating. I would do one of these harvests whilst we wait, but they just aren't worth it. You know, they pay so little. Interesting idea for a game there, babe. Definitely. Like playing a kind of emergency responders. I know there are a few games out there for that kind of thing. There is a... I think there's a police simulator. I don't know exactly what that entails. I'm assuming probably chasing cops at high speeds. But also, I think there's an ambulance simulator as well, which I assume is probably driving ambulances at high speeds. Neither of them have really taken my fancy. A realistic firefighting sim. That would be interesting. Yeah, like a full-on kind of proper simulator. That would be kind of fun. Yeah, for sure. Come on, Harvester. We're waiting on you now. Let's take a look in the shop whilst see if there's anything interesting. Absolutely nothing. Don't you just love it? So, actually, it might not be a bad idea to consider what our next big purchase is going to be. I know we want to get... Honestly, I want to get that factory, but is it worthwhile trying to squeeze this one in? Soup factory, there we go. Can I squeeze this in? Really. I'd want to kind of put it here, but it overlaps too much. Either that or I'd want to put it like here. But again, it overlaps. There was a point there, though, I'm sure, where it said that I could put it in. Yeah, there was something there. But I think it's going to be up on... Yeah, there you see, but that doesn't look like a good position for it at all. It's actually hovering, which means it's going to mess with the ground, so... maybe we could put it here. We aren't using this hard standing for anything else at the moment, so maybe this would be... Problem is, it's in the floor. Look at that. It's kind of actually in the floor, so that's probably not a good idea either. Maybe we should just buy the one that's on the map. That's kind of irritating. I wanted to kind of have this area as just our productions, you know, but might actually have to buy the one that's on the map. Where is it? It was down here, wasn't it? Let's have a look. Oh, yeah, babe, thanks for bringing that up, actually. I did want to talk about that. Yeah, for those that haven't seen, new release trailer for Expeditions went up a couple of hours ago, actually. and it looks good. I think it's going to be fun. It does seem to be very much the kind of the scouting part of SnowRunner, which I'm all for. To be fair, like I actually love scouting in SnowRunner. You know, I love the big cargo missions, but I equally love the scouting. That is going to be a lot of fun, I think. Yeah, let's see if it's any good. I think it is. I think it's going to be pretty good. Let's buy this whilst we have the money. There we go. Boom. Turn these off for now. I'm actually tempted to put all of our root crops straight into here. Try out the soup factory. Yeah, do that. I think we'll do that. Rather than using the preserved food, I think we've done quite a bit of preserved food now. So we'll do some soup instead. Yeah, Bart, are you watching it now? Yeah, that whole creating your own winch point looks amazing. It just looks like they've taken the SnowRunner scouting and kind of just up to the ante on it. I love that like the in the trailer there's a radial menu where you can select like binoculars and winch points and scout and drones and all that kind of stuff, and you can click between them. That's a fun little thing for sure. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun with that game. A lot of fun. It's close enough to my birthday for you to buy it. Aw, babe, that's very sweet of you. That's very sweet. Very sweet indeed. Yeah, but that was also something I loved. We had that in the previous trailer, but the fact that you like the roof rack, you can choose how much fuel and how much repair points and stuff like that you put onto it, and yeah, that actually looks brilliant. You know, the degree of customization looks astounding, shall we say. Really looking forward to it. Should be absolutely fantastic. There. Out a little bit there. But yeah, we got a... From the look of it, there's some new vehicles as well, because there looks like there's going to be a... there seemed to be in the trailer a truck with 4 wheels at the front and just a single rear axle, which looked interesting. That's new, so I do think we're going to have quite a lot to explore with that game when it comes out. I do think so. Kerbal Space Program. Honestly, babe, I have tried Kerbal Space Program. I could not get my head around it. It just seemed... It struck me as the kind of game akin to Goat Simulator. You know, with no real point to it other than to mess around. I don't particularly like games like that. I like a reason for doing what I'm doing, you know? No problem, Bart. See you soon. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take over from this worker for the time being. Just finish off this bit here myself. I wonder if I can actually get this in one strip. I don't think so. That's... Oh, maybe. Ooh, look at that. Just just wide enough to get everything, I hope. Really don't want to have to come back and grab little bits. That looks like it's going to get everything. Fantastic. Farming sim is different. No, yeah, Kerbal Space Program is an interesting one. But it does seem to be more kind of, you know, just a messing around game as opposed to anything with any real purpose to it. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, guys. You know, if you guys like Kerbal Space Program, do tell me that I'm completely wrong and don't know what I'm talking about. Because, you know, as I said, I haven't played an awful lot of it. I've only done little bits here and there. And for the life of me, I could not get my head around it. Beekeeping sim. Is there really a game called Beekeeping Sim? It doesn't exist, but you'd play it. Oh boy. I know you would. You want bees, don't you, babe? Actually, tell a lie. You just want all of the animals. Like, you'd have a crazy menagerie here if you could. I know what your deal is. You'd have every animal under the sun, just about, I think. Right. Go. Let's unload this bit. And beautiful. Right. Drop this in the factory, and then I think we can skip straight to the next month and get started with the root farm harvest, because that is going to take a while. Crikey, we've already been going 40 minutes, and we've barely just got the first of the 3 harvests done. You know, I think just something tells me we might not get all of them done today, but we'll have to see how we go. Okay, so that's the canola in there. How much do we have total? 25,000 litres. That's not a lot. But we don't need an awful lot per 100 litres of potatoes. So here's hoping that we'll turn that on and we'll see what happens. Okay, so pipe away. We'll rest first so that we can actually get on to the next month. And then I can start putting some of this machinery away. Let's see, how much money do we make from all of these fruit and vegetables that we're selling? Make 20k, not bad, not bad. Not as good as it could be, but not bad. Right. Yes, here we go. So, we have some veggies to do. Okay, so... Oh, need to unfold it first. Oh, no, not that. That one. Of course we need to unfold it. Very nice. Right. And we're going with the parsnips first. I'm so glad one of these machines exists now. Actually, hot on the heels of this particular mod updating itself, several other mods have also updated themselves as well. I believe the Colossus pack now has root veggie capacity, and another harvester got released recently, just a standalone one, that does everything pretty much. So, yeah. We are well supplied for root vegetable harvesters now, I think, which is fantastic. Like I said though, it would be nice to see someone make a modded base game vegetable harvester that has a hopper, you know, like an internal storage. That would be really cool to see that. I think that'd be fun because it's nice to have the roper machines, but they're not 100% realistic as to what they would be using. There we go. Okay. Let's get over to the root field. Get the feeling we're going to be transporting a lot of stuff. Ooh, excuse me, guys. Got some hiccups going on there. How's this harvester doing? Ah, it's completed the first row. That's always good. Wow. It's got 16,500 litres from one row. That's a lot. That's actually that's more than a lot. That's insane. Look at this thing. All these parsnips snaking their way through the machine's underbelly. That is so cool. I've never actually stopped to appreciate that. Very cool. Very cool indeed. Most popular beekeeping game. More of a graveyard keep. Ah, right. So beekeeping is part of something that you can do. Kind of Stardew Valley-esque, huh? Yeah. Yeah. I figured that would probably be the case. Although, actually, you know, a proper beekeeping simulator would be kind of interesting, you know? Because beekeeping is not an easy thing. It is, it is not a simple task, shall we say. I feel like I should get some more harvesters and get them working on the other fields, because otherwise this is actually, this might actually take quite a while, but this thing is snaking around. Actually, hang on a second, let's just turn steering. There we go. Let's do a little bit of this ourselves, actually. Why not? At least do a row or two. Lovely stuff. Not making full use of the header width there. That's marginally annoying, but never mind. There we are. Beautiful. Ah, don't worry about it, babe. If worst comes to worst and we can't find another game that kind of fills the SnowRunner niche, I'll just play more Farming Sim. I don't mind. Still plenty to do in this game. Right, we are actually nearly full there. Go, right. Out. Oh my goodness me, that is going to be a lot of veggies. This little bit has created 43,000 litres of parsnips already. That's actually kind of insane. It's annoying. It doesn't look like it's filling the trailer, but it is. Okay, cool. Right, in. There we go. I think we'll finish this row and then we'll put this guy back on a worker, just so that he can do some more trundling. And yeah, I might actually hire a couple more and get them working in the other fields, because otherwise this is going to take a literal eternity. It does mean that we'll be flying back and forth doing carding, but I don't think that's too bad thing to be doing. Does mean though that I am going to have to sort of aim towards buying several more of these things in due course. There we go. Right. You do your thing and we'll go to the shop. So, the question is, do I buy or do I rent another one of these big ones, or can I get away with a smaller one? That's only got a 2.5 meter header. This thing has, I'm not sure, it doesn't actually say. It looks like the same width, but how much is this to lease? 25k. So that'd be like 50,000 plus the headers. I mean, that's not too bad. As long as we don't start going over an hour. That's not too bad. So, yeah, okay. We're going to lease some. Lease that, 4,000. So it's 29,000 per machine, basically, to lease. Which is not the worst thing in the universe, providing that we get some good money from these. And I only need it to do the veggie fields, because once we're on to the next month, we'll be doing potatoes, and we'll only need the one harvester then, I think. That should be fine. Oh my lord, that worker is really getting confused. Look at him trying to turn around. Right. this guy going as well. There you go, the carrots, and hire you. Perfect. Go! Oh no. Oh, phew, for a second there. It goes bad after it's been harvested. Right, yeah, okay. For a moment there, that concerned me. Right, so we'll lease one more. Lease that as well. I was not expecting to have 3 of these machines running on the farm. 2, yes. Or 1, yes, I should say. Right. But yeah, 3... wasn't expecting to be needing 3. But I think it just makes sense because these fields are massive and these harvesters, whilst they're chunky, are still somewhat slow. Goodness me, that guy nearly has a full grain tank already. Okay, let's get this guy to work in the beet field. Then we can come back and sort him out. Wait a second. Thought this was... Oh no, wait a minute. Is that not... Hang on a second. That's red beet. Why is it saying... Did I just hire the wrong machine? That's what happens when you have a mod pack that has exactly the same name as the base game. I just hired the wrong machine. Damn it all. Someone was probably watching that in slow motion. That's really annoying. Darn it. Right, never mind. Never mind. This is the one that I want. Combinations. This one. We need to load this guy. There we are. Right. Oh, I've definitely done the same thing previously, Groot, you know. It's just one thing that happens. You get distracted and you click the wrong button. That's just the name of the game. So we wasted like 30,000, but considering how much money we currently have and how much we're going to get, I don't think that's going to be a problem. I think it should be absolutely fine. Just got to get this guy working so that I can start unloading stuff. I might actually just start by putting it all into the multigrain, the multi-fruit silo, because if I don't, time taken to cart all the way over to the super factory is going to cause some problems. So let's always tidy this up later. Let's get these guys going first of all. Marvelous. It's got a full trailer. Right. So all of this will be going down to the soup factory. That's where it's going to be going. But for now, let's put it in the silo. And then I can fill up a full trailer with materials later on and take it down to the super factory in bulk, shall we say. Just saying there, what have I missed? Recommend Satisfactory. I have heard good things about that part. Never played it myself, so can't really comment. But yeah, I have heard that Satisfactory is good if you like, you know, production chains, shall we say. Right, let's get this guy unloaded. Carrots, many, many carrots. Of course, once that guy over there is finished with the parsnip field, we can move him over to a different field and kind of start getting things progressing. We really should plant some more canola as well. We're definitely going to need some. Maybe I will get the planter going. Another tractor in that other field. Get some more canola going, and maybe get some canola going in this field as well. Get a couple of fields going. Definitely going to need more of that if we want to maintain a steady supply of potato chips. Very nice game, very nice community, but you have to love the type of game. Yeah. Yeah, I think that pretty much goes for anything, really. If you love a game, then, you know, being part of its community and all that kind of stuff is very rewarding. Right. So, let's... No. This guy. Get him on the planter. Get some more canola going. This is the month to plant it. Really need to get sorted out. Oh, it's even set up for it. How perfect is that? Hopefully that should be enough. It's not like in proper farming, you ideally wouldn't put the same crop into the same field year after year, but needs musts right now. Yeah, right. Get you going. It is definitely my Zen game, babe. Yeah, yeah, for sure. I play this game just all the time. Like, it's my chill out game. Yeah, I don't have many pleasures in life, but doing a bit of farming sim, always good fun. Back here, you. Go. Right. Empty all of you before you carry on. Stuff. This is actually an interesting way of doing it because we will be able to see exactly how much of every single crop type we end up with. And we can transfer it all over to the soup factory. Oh, marvellous. Wasn't doing as it was told there. Ah, yes. Yeah, babe, totally. You play Skyrim in the same way that I play Farming Sim. Yeah, that's totally makes sense. Very much so. This one looks like it's nearly full as well, so... Oh, excuse me, guys. That was a sneeze. Indeed, Bart. Indeed, you know. You know, there was a time when gaming was more for excitement and the thrill, you know, for sure. But yeah, definitely these days gaming is, for me, is totally done to relax, you know. It's like why, after I've finished with this stream of Farming Sim, I will be retiring to the bedroom with Natalie, where we will both be playing the new Pokemon DLC for probably several hours. Just throwing balls at pixel creatures. Actually, that's what we've been doing, kind of most of the afternoon. I finished work at 2:30, so got back here nice and early and spent the last few hours before the stream playing Pokemon. Guy is very full. Will he reach it to the end? Will he reach the end here or not? That is the question. Oh, oi! Come back here, you. What? You were meant to stop. Now we play the pivoting dance of the... I don't know. Right. There we go. Right. Oh yeah, that's very full there, so that was about to stop for sure. Actually, quite good timing. Yeah, but I know that is very much Natalie's experience with gaming. I know that she's been gaming since a very young age. My gaming habits didn't really take off until Mega Drive, I would say. Even then, I don't really think so. I think my gaming habits really kicked off when the Saturn came out. Yeah, I think it was the Saturn really was my first um, proper console, shall we say, that I actually sat down and spent time with. Um, but yeah, console gaming, I still do a little bit of console gaming these days, but I would say most of my gaming is done on the PC these days. It's just more. I don't know. I don't know why. It's not exactly more convenient. I would definitely say consoles are more convenient gaming. But hey, I think that's the parsnips that are nearly full again. I'm just going from one harvest to the next, to the next, to the next, unloading one at a time. Yeah. Marvellous. That carrot harvester looks okay. Yeah, for the moment. But it will need unloading quickly. Mid 90s. Yeah, I think that sounds about right. I think I got mine in 96. Yeah. I think I got my Saturn in about 96. So yeah, that does sound about right. We're going to need some bigger fields because whilst this is producing quite a substantial amount of veggies, I think we're going to need a lot more. Go. Oh, yep. See, told you. That's the carrots that need doing now. Tractor's nearly done with that field. That is good. Perfect. Not sure what the yield is going to be on that beet field. We seem to be... I think we're going to end up with a lot more carrots and parsnips than we are beets, but... You know, so be it if that's the case. Okay, onwards. So cool having all three harvesters working like this. So nice. Yeah, we may have to buy some more fields later on that already have canola planted in them. I don't know how much time we're going to have to plant up many more fields with canola. It'd be nice to get another field at least with canola. I know I could probably plant some in the... I could plant some in the next month, but I like to kind of have it all being ready at the same time, if you know what I mean. But yeah, we might skip forward just so that we can keep things moving. Get the that field can be an advanced canola field, and then we'll get a couple more planted up as we go. Because we really need to start with the potato harvest as well. Stop in there and unload. Marvellous. Only 22,000 litres. This... I don't know if it's because it's having to spend a lot of time turning around. It probably is. But it doesn't seem to be getting us full, this one. I'm not sure if that's because red beet is lower yielding. Really ought to look that up, see what the crack is. But just have to see. I think we can get rid of one of the harvesters once it's done with the carrot field. And then we'll take our harvester over to the beet field and help out that other guy, probably by going round the outside just to kind of sort that out. But that looks like that's that guy finished. Cool. Good stuff. Good stuff. Junk. Right. Load this, and then we'll go over there and sort out the red beet field, because that guy is nearly finished with the carrots. Beautiful. Right. What I'll start by doing is going over these edge bits here. Harvesting this up. Look at that, it's just wide enough again. Get it all in one go. Beautiful. But yeah, if I go round the outside here, then it shouldn't have to spend quite so long turning around. That's the theory, anyway. Uh-oh, it's raining. Oh! Raining does not affect the yield of root veggies, seemingly. Or at least if it does, it hasn't flashed up any warning about it. Interesting. Well, that's good, because we need to finish this harvest and rather not have to worry about the rain if that's possible. Yeah, seems like the rain does not matter when it comes to root veg. That's a bonus. That is a bonus. Very nice indeed. Beat him. I'll have to wait for him to turn around here, I think, but... Oh, or maybe not. Can we sneak in behind him here? Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Sneaking through there. Lovely stuff. And to save all. Grab that bit there as well, whilst we're at it. And we'll do another row here, just so that it helps out. Turning around, because this end of the field is the most problematic. Nice to get rid of that ditch. Ideally, that would be best solution, but hey, what are you going to do? Right, okay, let's get this guy going from this end of the field. There we go. Right. You are not done, because you have left a little bit here. Is there any other bits left? I don't think so. Just have a quick gander down the far end of the field, see if there's anything left. Doesn't look like it. Nope. Okay. Over to the silo. Drop this in straight in. Then we can bring the tractor through, drop off the parsnips, and then head over to the beet field. Wait for both of those harvesters to be done. Lovely stuff. It's all working out so far. So far. There's still plenty of time for it to go horribly pear-shaped, but hopefully not. Right. There, we'll take this silo. It's quite a rainstorm. Glad we finished the canola. Well, I suppose that was last month, wasn't it? So not this month, but still, good job we're not harvesting any grain crops this month. This would be a very annoying situation. Marvellous. Right. To the beet field. Post haste. This will be done very quickly now. Well, I hope anyway. As long as these workers don't start messing around too much. Come on now. Look lively. I'm not paying you to talk. Stuff. Going in. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Yeah, I might have to buy another one of these machines at some point, I think. Steady on now, mister. Get over here to the other harvester. Yeah, we might look at getting some fields closer to the soup factory, actually, just so that we don't have to cart quite as far. Yeah, it is quite a distance from here to the soup factory, shall we say? Looking better now that we have 2 harvesters. The beets are coming in thick and fast. Lovely. Ah! Destroyer of worlds. Get out of here. Putting dent marks in my new McCormick. Thank you very much. Will not stand for that, sir. No sirree, Bob. In fact, you're fired. We are very nearly done. That is good. Very good. You know, it'd actually be interesting to get 3... Ooh. Excuse me, everyone. 3 fields of exactly the same size. And plant these 3 crops just to see how they compare in terms of yield. Could be quite interesting. The problem is finding 3 fields of equal size. Most of them are not. Probably have to custom make some fields of equal size, and that's just a little bit too much work. I think. Just a touch. But as long as we've got like a reasonably similar amount of each one, should be good. Take that bit. Do 1 row here, and I think we'll let the worker over there finish the final row. Unload and get things sorted out. What are you saying there, Groot? Let's see. You're gaming since you were 7. Oh, Super Nintendo was your first console. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Never played the Super Nintendo. It was just not something that I had, ever. Right. How much time do I put into playing Farming Sim in a week? It very much depends, I think. I would say I probably play... Certainly not 3 hours a day, but maybe about... I tend to play on an evening, if I've got nothing else to do, or I'm like watching a TV program that doesn't require 100% of my attention, sort of thing. That's when I tend to play. Maybe a couple of hours every other night, something like that. I would say that's probably about fair. A couple of hours every other night. So yeah, maybe about half of what you play there, Groot. I would say is probably um, my common thing. At the moment, though, I haven't been playing an awful lot of Farming Sim off stream because I've been playing the. Right, we'll just return these. I've been playing the World of Warships Christmas event because there's a load of free stuff that I can get. So I've been doing that recently. Oh, my nail on the screw on the underside of my table was very uncomfortable. Yeah, that's what I've been doing recently. My off time, but yeah, usually when I am playing, I do have my own personal saves. I keep starting a map, playing a few hours, and then starting a new map. At the moment, I'm having a lot of issues finding a map to kind of go full keel on, you know? Because, yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I'll look at a map and I'll go, ooh, that looks really cool. And I'll fiddle around with it for a few hours and then stop. And I'll switch to another map and go, ooh, right, what could I do with this map? So most of my own personal saves are only a few hours long. It's kind of funny, really. Um, yeah, that's kind of how my games tend to go at the moment. I need to actually, stop being such a dum dum and look at that, guys, and actually put some effort into one particular save. That's what I need to do. But yeah, actually, the red beets yielded better than the carrots did. That's quite odd. I totally thought the red beets were going to be the lowest, but no, apparently not. Right, let's fill up this trailer. We'll take these over to the... There we go, parsnips first. Do I like USA maps? Yes. I think I like a lot of maps. I do like US style maps because there's a lot of open ground. Whilst I appreciate like the detail of like narrow lanes and English maps and all that kind of stuff, there's an awful lot of backing and toing and froing, shall we say, with those maps to kind of get anywhere, or just maneuvering a piece of equipment around. I much prefer having space, so I do like the US maps for that. But I also find that because the US maps don't have quite as many intricacies as some of the other uh, maps, I tend to lose interest with them slightly quicker. Um, because there's not as much to kind of explore. It's weird. My head likes and dislikes all maps at the same time equally, which is probably why I keep flicking from one map to another in my own playtime. Just trying to find a map that is capable of scratching all of the itches. My favourite US map. Hard to say, Groot. Hard to say. It really is. Was I playing one recently? I think the maps that I've been playing recently have been kind of European and English maps a lot. I don't think I've actually done a US map for a while. So I can't quite remember what the last one was that I did. Right, so up to the crossroads, just straight down to the factory. Brilliant. But yeah, I can't quite remember what the last one that I was doing that? No, it was... Ah, I know which one it was. I just can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. It had a very long name. But yeah, for the life of me, I can't actually remember what it was. That's slightly irritating. Oh well. Right. But actually, Groot, if you have any maps that you think I should try out, do let me know. I'm always on the lookout for recommendations, so to speak, either for my own personal playtime or for when we come to streams. You know, if there's particular maps that you'd like to see me do a series on, then do let me know. One thing I will say is when I'm doing a particular map for streaming, I tend to focus on it a lot more because I've actually got a purpose for it. It's like I need to stick with this map because I'm doing it next week, you know? So yeah, if there's any maps that you would recommend, do let me know. Trailer 1 of veggies. Let's go and get the next one. I think actually if I go this way, go up here, it's probably a little bit quicker. Alma. I will give it a look. I don't believe I've tried that one before, Groot. So I will give that a look up, and I'll let you know next time. Speaking of next time, guys, I know it's not time to end just yet, but I think on Sunday we'll carry on with some farming sim because we're still waiting for SnowRunner, and I don't want to just keep trying odd things here and there. So I think we'll do more farming sim on Sunday. Do a nice big long three hour stream. We haven't done one of those for farming sim for quite a while actually. So that should be quite good. You've recently gone back to Calmston. You know, Groot, Calmston is fantastic. You know, it really is a good map. Honestly, I haven't actually been on the Calmston map for quite some time. I might have to start a save file myself, I think, at some point. That does sound good. Come on now. It's always the same. It fills like a slug and empties like a train. Right. Nearly done though. What was it, 154,000 or something? So we're nearly there. Nearly there. This is kind of why I hoped I could have had the soup factory a bit closer, but never mind. There we go. 54,000. This is the lowest yielding crop that we had from our fields there. That's actually quite a considerable amount of carrots, even so. Should take quite a while to get through all of this. I dread to think how much potato we're going to have. You know, I really do wonder how much potato we're going to get. Probably won't get the potato harvest done today, guys. We'll get as much as we can do done with the potato harvest. We'll probably pick it up on Sunday to finish it off, though, I think. I don't want to rush it. But yeah, some of the potato will be going here, and some to the crisp factory. There we go. Now you see, group. That's the same reason that I like US maps as well. Is that they have big open spaces. They're generally flat, so you don't have to do an awful lot of landscaping in order to put productions down, as you say. Yeah, they're just kind of more easygoing. You know, the European maps have a lot more interest in them. I will say. Um, they're a lot hillier. They're a lot narrow lanes, odd-shaped fields, stuff like that. So they're more interesting in that way. But that does make them a little bit more awkward to play on. Certainly, if you want to use bigger equipment, I think the European maps and the English maps kind of lend themselves towards the smaller equipment that's available on this game. Which is fine. I don't mind using small equipment, but if I'm using small equipment, I want to start upgrading it pretty quickly, you know? I think that's where it creates problems. As soon as you upgrade, you can't fit your harvester through the gate anymore because it's like, got a header that's 6 miles wide. Maybe I should do a series on some US maps though, because we have been doing. What's the last few maps that we did? I mean, we did Horse Aggregation recently, which had some big fields on it. Quite possibly the biggest field I've ever seen in the known universe. I think we took that contract on and we were doing it for 3 sessions. I think we started it in 1 session, spent another session completely just all harvesting, and then finished it in the final one. That was quite the task. I do think I put in quite a lot of hours on that field on that save file in the between stream times, just because of how big that field was. Yeah, that was a little bit too big, I would say. A little bit, just a tad too big. Fun map, interesting map, but yeah, I think the field size was a little bit too crazy, shall we say. Right, 166,000 litres of red beet. Let's go and add these to the super factory, get those processes up and running. Then we can skip to the next month and get the potato harvest started. Won't finish it, but we'll get it started. Better than anything else, I'm actually quite glad that I rented those extra harvesters, because we would still have been on maybe the 2nd field by now. That was a lot of veggies. That was a lot more veggies than I ever thought we would be harvesting at any one time, shall we say. So leave the tractor here overnight whilst we go. Right. Let's have a look at these productions, make sure everything is going nicely. Right. We'll turn that off. It has made some crisps, not a lot. It has processed all of the oil already. That is ridiculous. Okay. Wow. Okay, so carrot soup, parsnip soup, red beet soup. Should we do some triple soup as well? I suppose we should. Potato soup just needs potatoes, so that's easy. We'll see how much potato we have, because I think I want to put as much as possible into here. Actually, what I should do is let's just calculate how much potato do I have to put into the potato factory in order to use all of that canola oil. So 13,000, let's say 13,200, just to make it easier for the division. So it's 5 canola oil per cycle. So if we divide by 5, that gives us the number of cycles that we're going to be able to do with that oil, which is 2,640. Right? And then if we times that by 100, 264,000 litres of potato. That's how much potato we're going to have to put into that production in order to use all of that canola oil. That's actually quite a lot of potato. That's a lot more than I thought, shall we say. So, yeah, we'll have to see. But we'll put as much as we can into the processing plant, and then any potato that's left over, we'll put into the soup factory to make potato soup. I do wonder why, like, this is a very simple way of doing it. It's just like carrot soup is literally just carrots. Parsnip soup is literally just parsnip. It would have been nice to see maybe, having to add a little bit of flour or something like that, or, something else being added into the process. Um, Maybe tomatoes, add tomatoes in, as like a base for the soup or something like that. That would have been a little bit more interesting because I think I like these that they've added these new productions, but I think they're a little bit too simple, compared to like some of the modded ones that you can get, like this potato processing plant making chips. It's that's pretty straightforward. That's actually not too bad that it needs oil, but the soup and the soup definitely should have been more complicated than just this. The preserved veggies, that's fine. But yeah, I think the soup could have been a little bit more intricate, shall we say. Would have been nice, but hey ho, never mind. Okay, so they're all harvested. The machinery's all out in the field, but that's fine. Let's head to the next month, and we can then get a few things going. There we go. 28,000. Oh, that covers the cost of accidentally hiring the wrong machine. Now, I'm going to get this guy going on this field. Planting canola. There we go. So we'll have another field of canola. And this guy needs to head over to the potato field. Get this going. Like I said, we'll get this started. We'll carry on Sunday, I think. I usually do a little bit of work in between streams to kind of prepare for the next one, but I think this time I will probably just leave it, to be honest, and we'll pick straight up from where we are right now. Oh, wait a minute. Is this not ready to harvest yet? Yes, it is. And why is this not harvesting? The header says it should do it. Yeah, it says it does potato. So why is that not... Why is that not harvesting? How very strange. Because you don't have to remove the foliage when you've got one of these machines. Or at least I've never had to before. How very unusual. I wonder why that's not working. That's definitely not harvesting potatoes. Very unusual. Oh well. Never mind. I guess I will be doing something in between now and next time, and that is to find out why our harvester is not harvesting potatoes. We kind of need those potatoes out the ground, please. Game. They need to go into our facilities. Like a lot of them. All of them need to. Kind of puts a damper on our plans. Hope we don't have to buy another machine just for the potatoes. That would kind of suck. I was hoping just to buy another one of those machines, but maybe we'll have to just buy a specific potato harvester. Be annoying, but let's have a look at them here. Yeah, it definitely does potatoes. All three of these do potatoes. And we've got this machine. Huh. I wonder if we could try that out. Interesting. So this is part of the multi-fruit pack as well. And this does all of them. I will have to test this out on another map just to see what we can do there. But for now, let's go to the soup factory and let's see what we've produced thus far. Ooh, a pallet of each. Lovely. Pallet of everything. We've actually nearly got another pallet. Yeah, we've actually nearly got another pallet. The triple soup is slower. Yes, doesn't do quite as many cycles, but the other ones nearly have another pallet out. How much does this sell for anyway, this soup? Ooh, that's a big number. That's nice. That triple soup is fantastic. Look at that. Yeah, 4,200. Very nice indeed. That should bring us in some nice amount of cash. Right. Is there anything else that we need doing? That's trundling along happily. I'll have to get some more fertilizer for that later on. But I think for now, I think that's probably a good place to call it. I will have to have a look into those harvesters to see why that is not digging up those potatoes, because it should be, according to the shop icon and the mod itself, it should be harvesting these. But yeah, maybe we'll have to buy a specific potato harvester and then use that just for root veg. I mean, that's fine if that's the case that we have to do. That's what we have to do. But yeah, I'll try it out. We'll pick this up on Sunday and hopefully get this potato harvest sorted. So, till then, guys, thank you very much for joining me. Hope you enjoyed. It's always nice having a little relax with some farming sim, that's for sure. So, yes, next stream Sunday, usual time, 3 o'clock. I'll put a reminder in the Discord as usual. So, until then, guys, thanks for joining me. And as always, take care, stay safe, and I'll catch you next time. Bye for now.